Hey everyone, Blue Wolf here, baby dogs. So, back to our ride to Poopy's. This is part 2 of a 2-part series. I always wanted to say that. So, I finally got my chance here. We haven't left yet here. We're just, saying hello to each other, talking about how awesome we are. That's Chris. He's going to wave hello. He had a lot of bugs. We all killed a lot of bugs. Doing our part. Then we got Todd and Jason.
Hi.
Jason was very excited to say hello. And here we go, rolling out. On our way out of Poopy's. I do have to say, I was not as impressed with Poopy's as I was told I was going to be. I was told that Poopy's was amazing. It was all right. They had a band playing some very loud music. I'm a musician, so this is definitely not a complaint about loud music, but the music was loud. The food was okay. You know, it was I think we all mostly got burgers from the little burger shack, so we didn't have to wait. So we didn't really get a chance to order what I would guess is fresh. I don't know exactly how they have it set up. This is my first time there, so I did my best to get a good order in. Just grab a burger and a beer, and then call it a day. I don't like to drink when I ride, so with just one beer, let it sit, hang out for an hour, and then I feel like I'm okay to go. So we're just gassing up on the way out. Some of the guys have smaller tanks, and getting everyone back together. Got my goofy gear on. I wanted to mention that again. I was talking about how I got all this stuff on my face. I do wear a lot of stuff, and I think the guys get aggravated with me because it takes me forever to, I got to put my face shield on, then I got to get my beanie hat on, I'm like a lady sometimes. I would think that's kind of what they say. You're like a girl, you wear a lot of stuff on your head. But whatever. I sweat a lot, so I try to keep the sweat off me, Got my helmet on, got my heat gear, my heat out head wrap. I got my S8 fishing thing, face shield that goes on to block me from all that stuff I talked about in the last video, as well as it keeps my neck from getting, sunburn, which I don't really sunburn, but hey, it's nice to keep the sun off my neck anyway. But I was mentioning that because, I like that. Then I got to fire up my GPS. I have a tuner that I use as a gauge. It has a bunch of gauges on it. So I set that up. I got to turn that on. I got to get my phone hooked up to my speakers. I drive a wide glide. It's a 2011 wide glide, so I don't have any of the fun stuff that the other guys have. I don't have GPS. I don't have speakers all integrated into my front fairing. So I had to put all that stuff on there. And that means I have to connect everything and set everything up. I can't just fire up my bike and put on my helmet and go. So that's why I didn't move the camera around so much, because I feel like these guys deal with me enough during the ride, and I do kind of feel bad. They're usually waiting on me to get all my stuff together. It's a lot of stuff to get running at once, and then Bluetooth just wants to be a pain most of the time, and then the phone doesn't work, and then the music doesn't work, and then, hey, I gotta listen to my steep water when I'm riding. If I don't have the steep water band rocking, I'm not enjoying my ride as much, that's for sure. There's something to be said for riding with the sound of the motor. That Harley sound, it's beautiful. At the same time, when you're going on these long rides, and we were out for probably 9-10 hours, you go on these long rides, it is nice to bob your head while you're riding. And I'm a musician, so like I said, so I really enjoy listening to music while I ride. So got to get that stuff set up. Anyway, this ride I wanted to mention as well This ride is not necessarily about the destination. I think Field of Dreams was kind of the same way. It's a cool place to go. But this is more about the ride itself. Here we are, we're going up north, up the upriver road. To the right of the video here, to our left, is the Mississippi River. It's beautiful. I didn't want to get off this road. The plan was to come around, go through the Mississippi Palisades, which is a state park, I believe. Go through there, come out of there, and then go up from Mount Carroll to Elizabeth. There's a road that I found on one website that lists the best Midwest rides, and that's one of the best. I've been up through that way. We did come back down that way when we did the Field of Dreams ride. We came through, I think it was Black Hawk was the name of the road. I'm going to try to get that whole thing all set up. I'm going to try to figure out, I know that I can go back into Google, and Google likes to track everybody, which I'm fine with. And hopefully I can find the date and get that map from where we went so that I can share it with you guys, because really, it was gorgeous. The road was beautiful. It was closed off road. There was nobody else on the road. It was our one lady rider so far that's ridden with us. That's Christy. Thanks to her leading the way on the way back, we got to go down this road that she'd been down before, and she knew where she was going. She's actually a really good road captain. We missed her on this ride a lot, so hopefully she'll make the next one. But here we are pulling into the Mississippi Palisades. I've camped here before. I love this place. It's beautiful. The scenery is wonderful to look at it. And this says that's Fernando's motorcycle. I just kind of went through here. I wanted everyone to get a chance to look at all the bikes here. So this road is pretty cool. So that's Peter's bike, and I think that was Todd's bike on the left. Just trying to remember everyone's motorcycle. A couple of these guys I just met for the first time. That's Jason's bike on the right there. That's my bike there on the left. The Goofy Flames. You know what? I do like to be seen, I think. My bike's loud, and I got to wear a skull, and I got flames all over my motorcycle. I don't know. Hey, you know what? If they're looking at me, then they're paying attention to where I'm at. That's what matters, right? That's Jason's motorcycle. It's a cool. I like his bike. Everybody actually has a really cool bike. I think that we have a very wide wide array of models and it's nice. Not everybody's riding the same thing. It's kind of cool. Gives a different perspective, right? So this is just going up the road here. I know I've seen a lot of people. This is Chris's bike, Electric Glide, I believe. A lot of people have shown this particular road. That's Jim. I think he's got a Road King. Just met him for this ride. Nice guy. Jim and John. John had the blue bike. I was talking over that. Sorry. This is something you got to do. I wish it was longer. I think we probably could have spent more time riding through these roads here. Now, the plan was to ride through, come out the other side, like I said, and then go up to Mount Carroll. We got a little bit lost. That's probably my fault. I didn't really... I should have... for this one, I did go through much of the road, much of the trip on Google Maps, satellite. I looked for construction. I looked for closed roads. I looked for roads with gravel. This one I missed. For whatever reason, I routed myself down that road, and anyway, we had to go past it. But you'll see that. We'll get there. Anyway, we got up to the lookout point, which I've been to before. I actually carved my name in there. I know when I was, I think I was 18. I kind of looked for it for a little bit. But, like I said, I'm slow. So it took me a while to get off the bike. Everyone else went to look on the lookout. And I had to get my camera, get my Nikon out. get the lens all set up, turn the GoPro off, make sure that nobody around there is going to, try to snatch it or whatnot. Although everyone seemed pretty nice. And I think this is, one of the best videos I've gotten here. I mean, this is pretty great. So, I mean, it's smooth and crisp. Anyway, so it took me a while to get over to the lookout, bridge, cliff thing. And by the time I got over there, everybody else had already been over there and, ready to go. Just a short little break. And I needed to get my butt moving. So I did the best I could with what I had. Took a lot of quick pictures. And I'm not exactly happy with everything, but you can't be too upset with what I got. I got some good pictures. It's a great place to visit, like I said. So here's everybody parking. Very interesting. I'm pretty sure I moved on from here pretty quickly. Lots of trees. I mean, it's just green. I bet it's really pretty in the fall. There's a Mississippi. I mean, just looking out. It's Fernando hanging out. There's everybody talking. Where's Brian? Anyway, so there I am, getting together, getting my stuff on. You saw I got my face on. Had to put my face on. And then here we go. We're rolling out. So we're headed home. It was a really an enjoyable time. I want to do it again, and maybe stop at the Iron Horse next time. That's Poopy's rival, so they say. That is in Savannah as well, I believe. Just it's more downtown. I think we actually drove past it. Saw a lot of bikes out front. A bunch of tough-looking guys. That's honestly, I know. I told you I work on computers, and I probably sound like a bit of a nerd, but that's where I'm most comfortable. Just a biker bar is comfortable. I get along with everybody there more so than I do in my corporate life, I think. Because people tell you what they're thinking. I know right off the bat if you like me or you don't like me, and I can appreciate it and I can respect it. There's no games, right? Right away if you're in trouble or not, and it is what it is. So just look at that. This is what a beautiful ride. We had a gorgeous day. I think it was 80 some degrees, 85 maybe. It was warm, but it wasn't too warm, and the clouds were just the sky was blue and just beautiful. I'm tearing up here, man. I get a little bit emotional. All right, so we left here, and like I said, the plan was to go around. I had thought you could go through the Mississippi Palisades. I thought that the road that we just took, we could have gone the other way and come out on the other side. And that would have led us back to where we were and taken us down to the Mount Carroll Road. For whatever reason, that didn't work. I'm not exactly sure why. But we went down this way instead. And it worked out actually really well. And we didn't get a chance to ride on that road. And what I'll do is when I put together the ride to Iron Horse or somewhere else down southwest this way, I'll put that road in. Or maybe if we go back to McGregor next year. I don't know if that's, that was kind of like a one-time thing, although I had a really good time, the bed and breakfast we stayed at there. But I don't know. We'll talk about it. We'll try to get some feedback from the guys and see what they want to do. And the ladies, Christy, right? So this road, I didn't even know where we were going. I had no idea. I was just, let's go, let's ride, and man, look at that. I mean, come on. Is it? Is that not what you want to be doing on the weekend? I mean, look, I got kids. I love my kids. I love spending time with them. But every once in a while, it's really nice to get out on the motorcycle and ride in this. I mean, that right there is just okay. I'll stop talking about it. I don't know what happened to everybody here. Looks like they were getting a little bit behind, so I slowed down a bit. Jim went past me. I think he was getting a little itchy. Sometimes I know being on these rides, like I said before, with a group, sometimes you just want to go. I'm so used to riding to work by myself. I go the speed I want to go. I go the route I want to go. I go the speed I want to go. I don't have to worry about anyone not being able to follow me. I don't have to worry about this, But riding with somebody, riding with a group of people, it's an amazing experience. And on these long trips, I guess I could see spreading out is pretty important because, it's nice, it's safe. But the issue is when something happens, I can't always see. I'm always counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 8 bikes. So I'm always counting to make sure we got 7 behind me. And we got lucky. We had no issues. Nobody got hurt. Nobody broke down. Gorgeous weather. I couldn't be happier. This is just it was a good ride. So this is hopefully the start of a bunch of great places to go. I know we do have a list that we're planning on going down some of these roads. It's the destination, so we've got a trip planned, hopefully, to Starved Rock, although I may end up missing that one. We'll see. I have to go out of town here for work, so we have a trip to Starved Rock with some go-kart riding. Our road captain for that will be Chris, and hopefully we can get that going because that one looks cool. There's a little go-kart track and it's a lot of fun. It looks like these are sorry, they're not go-karts. This is kart racing, like outdoor kart racing. I mean, these are not go-karts. We say go-karts, but if I could show you the picture, that's not what it is. So, so we got that planned, and we did this ride out to Poopy's. We've been talking about Cave in the Mounds, I think it's called. Not too familiar with that. And we've been talking about heading up to a brewery in Wisconsin. We've been talking about we've got I think it's something going on also up to Michigan. I remember hearing something about that. But one of the guys has Jason put together this really great list here of rides, possible rides. House on the Rock, New Glarus, up to Minnesota. He's got multiple states and all kinds of rides. So hopefully we get together soon and we get these figured out. It is making me think about getting a different motorcycle. I've been looking at the Road Glide Ultras. I don't make enough money for those right now, but we'll see. We'll see. There's something to be said for sure about having a touring bike on these long rides. These other guys, they've got these big bikes. I've got my little Y Glide. I love my bike. I never want to sell my bike. I'd like to have it as a second bike, but I'd also like to have a Corvette and a Hellcat and a Viper. So we all want lots of things, right? We can't all get that stuff. But this is, we finally, actually, so back to the ride. We ended up running into, this is the same road we took back from Field of Dreams. This is 20. So we connected right up to it. I got real lucky. Once we came down that road, we actually passed Blackhawk. I could have taken us back up that way, up the Blackhawk Road to Galena, which would have been awesome. Would have made up for the other part of the ride. But I knew some of the guys needed to get home, and I had some stuff to do. So we ended up coming down this way. Great ride as well. Lots of hills. This is another one. That's really nice. And take you through a couple little towns that are very interesting. All this stuff I'll put in the map. It's all in there. But I'll post up my Google "This is the way you went" map as well. It'll be a little bit goofy. So then there was this. We got caught by this stopped car here. Anyway, that's that. End of part 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, like and subscribe, and keep looking out for more videos. And leave your feedback and your comments. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you didn't like. That's all fine. So keep 2 wheels down. Thanks.